Alright guys, welcome back. So a lot of people asked me in my recent video what is the best potential for Estarossa when I first unlocked the character, and I didn't bother showing it because what I was using was attack. However, I didn't know how the full counter actually worked and what was the best potential, but now I do, right? So I thought the full counter might have been like something where he reflects damage back at the target depending on how much damage they deal towards him, but I can confirm, and I can show you right now actually, we go towards PvP, is he deals damage based off his actual attack, right? His reflection damage is always the same. So I just jump into a random game where we're going to lose anyway, right? If you look at our team and how much damage you deal back, it's always like 997. You can see 996, 4076. Like, no matter what, he always reflects the same amount of damage back towards the targets because it's based on his actual attack, right? So if you want Estarossa's full counter to do as much damage as possible, which is, to be fair, the reason why you're using him. If you're not using Estarossa as like a full-on DPS character, then you might as well go towards a character that's more tankier, right? I guess you could argue you stay alive longer, you could do more damage in return, but you want that quick burst damage so they can't heal it all back a little bit. So we have other characters like Escanor or Monspeed there where it can then finish up and clean up a little bit. And I guess the big part about this actual full counter is it doesn't have to successfully land an attack. I think that's probably the biggest part about it is no matter what your accuracy is, you can use character at low deep level. Granted, he may die a little bit earlier than what mine would die at, basically, right? But he's always going to reflect the same amount of damage back, and the reflected damage can't be missed. If they attack him, they're going to get it. So having accuracy in this character is completely useless because you don't need it. But then again, if you use this character, you're typically taking him towards like 5-star, and at that point, he's got naturally higher actual accuracy to where he's probably not going to miss anyway. The single target skill is going to give us more defense, which is going to be nice, I guess. You don't mind it. You don't have to worry too much about it, but once again, it doesn't say you have to successfully land attack, doesn't mean you have to go accuracy. And then this skill is also benefiting from his actual attack because the dev's new. He's going to have full attack because that's what you want to build him up on. So because of that, having regeneration is going to be nice to get a little bit more heals. Now, I will say the regeneration is actually kind of bad. If you actually compare it towards an actual healer, it's not great. But then again, it's mainly because I'm not bringing a full commandment team. So technically speaking, on my PvP team, I'm already healing him and also Derry. So I'm only healing 2 people where like a Glock so you can heal the whole team. Maybe if we ever get like a full commandment team with like, you know, Zeldris and maybe like 10 commandment, you know, Medios or something Medios, then if you have like a full commandment team, then this will actually be a lot better because then you're healing everyone on your team rather than 2 people. But regardless, it's okay. The damage multiplier is really high, but you got to remember that is because his actual attack is lower in comparison. Like what being 350k, where almost like Derry and other DPSs have like 670. Even Derry is quite low, but she also does get a free 30% extra attack. So you kind of got to adapt towards it. I mean, too bad. It's kind of crazy. Look at HP and defense on Derry and compare it towards Estarossa. It's so close, and she's a DPS. So yeah, make sure to give the character full attack. I saw people in Discord saying 4 defense or 4 AP accuracy as well. You just don't need accuracy. Like, even if he misses this skill or even his ultimate, who cares? You're mainly using him for the actual full counter, right? Like, all of his damage comes from the full counter. In fact, if you're using Estarossa in PvP, which I'll show you right now, yeah, you're typically using Estarossa's ultimate at the end. Like, I don't bother caring about it because he's not... Like, it will do damage, and the single target damage can be nice. It's just, the heals, whatever. I got Glocks in here. I don't care about a single target damage, right? What I care about is buffing up my team, and my main team being more of a damage shield a little bit. So I just run through some team synergy. So my best team that I've been really like using, and I'm kind of curious on what people are using right now in top ranks. I assume most people have now been starting to use Estarossa. Yeah, here's a Mac Estarossa here. Exact same team as me, which is nice to see. Very similar team, but now you've got 2 tank characters where we're just bringing 1. That's mainly because I want my Estarossa to do as much damage as possible, so I want to showcase him more. So I literally put him in the middle, just so everyone attacks him. Yeah, I mean, most people are using the exact same team a little bit. Maybe like Maneth Barn. I mean, he's just taking off the meta a little bit so much now. I mean, there's still people not using him. Do you need Estarossa in PP right now? Yeah, it looks like this is the best team that I've been using and people have been using too. It's a little bit unfortunate the character is green because green right now is not the greatest color. Like, obviously, Escanor is just kind of in a league of his own, right? But in terms of, like, buffing up green characters, there's not really that many characters. I mean, you have, what is it, Melascula? But you got to remember, Melascula only buffs up crit damage, and you can't crit on the counter. So this is not really useful because he's just not going to do damage. Sure, he might crit on his single target skill on his ultimate. It's probably not going to make much of a difference. If he was blue, oh my days. If you got the 20% extra attack from King or even like, you know, Deldry, that would have been a big difference too. So I'm really hoping we get a Zeldris, regardless of him being a like, DPS or even an attack character. I just really want him to buff up, you know, the final attack for commandments. That would be really good too, because then you can buff up Derry too. Oh, it'd be so good. Yeah, imagine Derry with extra 20% final attack, plus the 30 she gets from her combo star, and Estarossa, yeah, they can make Zelda so broken. We'll put him on speed, why not? Test them out a little bit, and we'll just jump in some games. And you'll see right now, yeah, the reflection, bro. It's so satisfying to see. And he does like 200k. Like I say, if he went towards more HP and defense, and you can see his HP is on the bottom right. Like, he doesn't take damage. Granted, this guy is 1G lower than me. Never mind. Okay, we shouldn't be asking this guy. I try and find someone higher. This is even, so might as well go against him. He has it gone Estarossa. And once again, it's just like 200 million damage to start the match. Darius can be annoying in the background. Which, to be fair, is kind of a reason why they probably released Estarossa now a little bit, because if your whole backline and team is focused on Darius, then at least Estarossa can still deal chip damage. And you can see right now, he's doing the most damage in the game. That's mainly because that Darius is annoying my whole team a little bit. To where my Eskin or my other characters can do a lot. I mean, oh, he's tanking a lot here. Darius still alive. Wow, okay. But look how much he tanked. My whole team was distracted on Darius, and he tanked so much, bro. And he's still alive. And he's still alive. Look at that. We're about to actually pass Escanor. Wow. Bro, I mean, like, how could you, like, there's no need to go towards HP and defense. Because I've been saying this a lot in my videos recently, but the big thing in PvP now, and even, I guess, boss fights, is there's a lot of AoE skills now. Darius going to the backline, you know, killing them, damaging them. Escanor's reaching the backline. Monspeed's reaching the backline. Maybe King's reaching the backline too. Everyone's reaching the backline that the tank isn't taking all the damage anymore. Like, if you look at damage taken right now, I think you can see. Like, Estarossa did take a lot, but so did my whole team a little bit, because everyone's to get attacked by Darius. Okay, our versus 6G guy. I mean, I'm going to probably lose, but we'll do it. I mean, at this point, you can probably argue maybe having, you know, high defense on Estarossa would be helpful. But I still think I'm a dynamic, because that Escanor's going to do so much damage towards me. He's going to kill my whole team. That my whole team, yeah, kind of died before my Estarossa. Yeah, it's just, I mean, 2.5G above me, or billion, you know, CC-wise, on a team as well. We're not going to win that. Still doing the most damage, though. And when it comes towards normal content, this is what I use normally. This is on my, like, my main story mode team. However, I think we do lose against this, because this Galand kills my other character before. I think he goes straight for Escanor. Like, he has so much AoE damage that, like so my whole team died before even Estarossa can even do anything. To the damage, though, he doesn't do a lot. I mean, he does alright. Like, for a tank character, he does more than most characters. What color is this actual Galand? I bring green characters. We might win. How did Escanor get behind? I think the Merlin bug might have saved me. How did Escanor get behind? He actually got out of the way from the Galand ultimate. That's funny. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully to help out, because I know there might be some confusion over the full counter skill. If you think it's based off, you know, the damage they deal towards you, it's not. It's based off your actual attack. Very similar towards how it works in, you know, Grand Cross. We haven't yet to get, and I imagine Melee might do in the future, where Melee will have a full counter, or Chandler, for example, where they don't reflect based off their attack. They reflect based off how much damage they deal to them. Like, I think how Chandler works in Grand Cross. He, if they deal a lot of damage towards him, his full counter deals more damage back. And I can definitely see in the future where we get like a revenge counter melee, or some sort of melee counter where he stands there, taunts everyone, absorb damage for like 5 seconds, and then self-erupts. That'll be sick. I really want to see that in the game. But then again, it might not, because we are yet to get a full counter melee on Grand Cross. It's been 5 years. We got an SR on the launch of the game. Never in 5 years have we gotten an SSR counter Meliodas. It's insane. So guys, thank you for watching, and yeah.